Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. The DOT chart has been rejected. Price was rejected here at $7.95. So the situation is basically unchanged to previous videos. We don't really have a lot of new price action other than a bit of a red candle, bit of a sell-off day after we had a really positive Sunday, but nothing major. So the price hasn't even made a lower low yet. All I can share with you is that the risk is still high that we move down into the yellow support zone once more. That's still possible despite the rally we've had. The reason I say that is we haven't even had the third wave reach the minimum target. I really need a third wave reach the 1.236 extension, or it's really unreliable, really unreliable. So from that point of view, it really reached only, I think, the 1-to-1 ratio, 100% extension at $8. Yeah, 100% extension. And what does that mean? That means it could easily be an A, B, C structure. Yeah, A, B, C, very, very simple. And that could then be this larger B wave, which results in a C wave to the downside. It is just a potential. The price hasn't confirmed that yet. Okay, of course, you see from the 23rd of January low, we have a local uptrend. We have this local uptrend, and that means, you know, I focus on the uptrend, but we don't really have the price structure, especially because the third wave hasn't reached the minimum target. We don't have the price structure that I could give you, let's say, a support zone, a micro support zone for wave 4, because, yeah, I would do that had the price reached 839 or 863, the minimum or the first ideal target for a third wave. So that means for me, it's still a little bit, I'm not saying it couldn't go up further, but it hasn't fulfilled the criteria for me to give you a support zone. So that means this is still very much possible. W, X, Y, and then the Y wave is an A, B, C structure. In reality, there could be different options could, you know, unfold here. Different structures could unfold here. But that's sort of how I see it at the moment. What else could play out? I mean, we could even simplify the chart, to be honest. We could simplify it, and we could just say, instead of having that WXY pattern, it's just a very normal ABC, okay? 3 waves in wave A, 3 waves in wave B, and then possibly a 5-wave move down in wave C. But again, it hasn't confirmed that. So let me just change the wave degree quickly. And the question would be, okay, what is needed to confirm that actually, that this is now a C wave to the downside? I mean, this is basically a corrective pattern, right? Because we have 3 down, 3 up, and then 5 down. I need to see a first initial 5-wave pattern to the downside, followed by a corrective rally. Now, on the altcoin charts, that's usually not so clear. If this was Bitcoin, we could follow it more closely, but this is essentially what we need to see. And once we have the first wave down complete, a corrective rally needs to stay below the previous swing high. And then basically, if we see a corrective rally that stays below the previous swing high, then a break below that swing low, well, that would be a good confirmation that the third wave is unfolding. If it then also breaks below 699, this would be even further confirmation, followed by a break below 654. These are the next targets for the bears then, including then the lowest one at $6 before entering that yellow support zone. So yeah, if we get more clarity about that, I will make you aware. I will let you know. At the moment, we still have a local uptrend. I don't think it's broken yet, even though we have some downside pressure. But clearly, and I go to the 1-hour chart now, clearly only a 3-wave move to the downside. But we haven't even taken out the previous swing low. Yeah, we haven't even taken that out. But here you can see what I mean. If we get the price form this maybe 5-wave pattern to the downside, then a 3-wave corrective rally, and then a move down, well, that creates a textbook head and shoulders pattern, doesn't it? Yeah, that was my mouse. You know what I mean. Head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And so yeah, essentially that's what I'm watching. We could also add a trend line here. They're a bit subjective, but we have a trend line that's currently being respected. So until that breaks as well, you know, it's holding a trend line. We have 3 touch points there. That's a valid trend line that is not yet broken. So yeah, what can I say? Next targets to the upside, 839, 863. Should they be reached from here, I can give you a support area 404. Then we can watch 405 to the upside. That could reach even higher. There is structural resistance also here at 860, pretty much in that region around the 1.38 extension. But yeah, if we see further downside pressure, it's likely that C wave. Too early to confirm it. I highlighted to you what we need to be watching out, well, what we need to look out for to confirm that. But definitely not I don't see a very clear, let's say, trade setup from here. I think that's key at the moment, is simply just tracking the waves and letting the market tell us what the true intentions are. Then based on that, we can identify the next trade setup. Maybe if there is a deep pullback, like down here, you know, oops. So yeah, that would be a setup that I think could be interesting. Deep pullback into the yellow support zone. I will also add now the 38.2 fib level. So that is usually when we come down, it might be a level where we see some support initially. But actually, no, it would need to go, we would want it below that low. So yeah, I'll take that out again. That's a bit, that doesn't make sense. Or if we form 5 waves up, the next corrective pullback would be the next setup then. That's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.